You're watching Fox at 9.
Well, the price of oil continues to drop, and so does the price of gas, too. Is the drop-off here to stay, though, or will these higher prices return just before the summer months? Joining us now to talk more about it is Mike Rogers, the president of 360 Financial. And, you know, this is good news, but, you know, why is it happening all of a sudden? It's been up and down. What's the excuse now, or the reason, I guess I should say?
Well, specifically about the gas prices, you know, the gas is related to the oil price. And right now what's going on is the demand for oil is kind of slowing down. And if you look at some of the economic data that came out last week or midweek, you know, the new jobs that were created in March were only 88,000 versus 200,000. The unemployment rate actually clicked down 7 to 7.6, but that was mostly just people who stopped working or stopped looking for jobs, excuse me. So what's going on is the demand for oil is starting to lessen, and therefore oil prices are coming down.
And that's why we're seeing those gas prices drop a little bit too. But you know, is the oil industry is hot right now, especially in North Dakota. Are there some investment opportunities there for people who are looking to do some things with their stocks right now, especially given the given the reality that the stock market is up about 11% so far this year?
Yeah, stock market has been on a tear this year. And so if you look at the opportunities that are out there, you're right. The supply is what's driving some of these opportunities. You know, believe it or not, we're probably going to be the largest oil producing country in the world in a matter of 5 years.
With new technology.
With new technology. So you have this fracking technology going on. You also have this horizontal drilling technology. So if you have all this increase in supply, somebody's going to have to clean that oil. Somebody's going to have to store that oil.
Somebody's going to have to refine it.
Yep, and that's part of the cleaning process. And then somebody's also going to have to transport it. And it's either going to go through a pipeline, it's going to go in a truck, or it's going to go into a rail station.
So how much of that economic opportunity then may come here to Minnesota, especially given the fact that a lot of this production right now is going on right next door in North Dakota?
Yeah, there's a lot of spillover, no pun intended, with the oil, but I think there is a lot of opportunities. There's a lot of people going up to North Dakota who are making very good investments and making a lot of money. You know, for the person, your viewer, who's sitting there saying, well, how can I participate from this? The one way they might be able to do it is through stocks of companies that are in it. There's an investment called an MLP, Master Limited Partnership. Those sort of investments where they actually are buying stocks, generally of energy producing, storing, refining companies. But there's some risk there. You know, they have to make sure they understand the risk and it's something that's appropriate for their needs. But that might be a way for a viewer, instead of driving up to North Dakota and getting a job, maybe trying to take advantage of it here.
On this side. Yeah. You know, one of the side benefits, too, of the oil boom right now is natural gas. Demand is, or supply, I should say, is way up, and our prices are down. I mean, for instance, my heating bill this winter was the lowest I think I've ever had. You know, consistently under $100 all winter long. Is this sustainable?
Well, I wish I had a $100 heating bill, but you know, so is it sustainable? Well, what's going on with natural gas is a whole different thing, because when you're doing this fracking and you're doing this horizontal drilling, as a byproduct, you're getting natural gas. So we have literally hundreds of years of natural gas supply in this country. But if you go back to old supply and demand, and you go back to actually, while your gas prices have been lower for some reason, if you actually look at the price per unit of natural gas from last year, it's up from a year ago. And the reason it is remember last year, warm winter throughout the entire Midwest. I mean, the ice was out March 20th in Minnetonka. You know, now it's still
We'd be so lucky this year.
So we got a lot of demand still this year for natural gas, even right now as we speak. So natural gas prices will probably come down a little bit, you would think, just because of the extra supply that's out there.
Well, it was sure nice having those lower heating bills though this winter.
It sure was.
Great. Yep. Mike Rogers from 360 Financial. Thanks so much for being here with us tonight. Always a pleasure to have you in, even on a Saturday night.
Yeah.
So
Thanks for having me.
All right. Well.